One Chance Gaming back here with another video. Today we are going to be bringing out my updated back-end build. So this is designed more for switch all type of role, as well as having the option to guard ball at times. It really honestly can guard pretty much everything except for post scores, and that's really just a height issue rather than anything else. But before we get into the build, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We do have a handful of these videos out there. I try to, as I find builds, put them out there for you guys so you guys can have them at your disposal. First thing, we've got build name. Obviously, it is the Andre Kirilenko build. Pick your handedness, pick your jersey number. We are going to go in here. It is going to be a small forward. So the reason it is a small forward is because of the weight. So we are also going to go 6'8", but we are going to go down to 188 pounds. So the reason we're going 188 is because of the speed, honestly. And this is with your wingspan maxed. This is the lowest you can go to still get 85 board and to also keep 72 strength. But let's go ahead and get into it. So we are going to start with, we are actually not going to touch anything finishing wise. You guys will see why here in a minute. The 3 ball, we are going to go up to 81. And then we will go to pass act next. So pass act is going to go 75. The reason you go 75 pass act is for the silver break starter. The 3 ball, the reason it goes 81 is just because it's the highest it goes. Normally you guys have seen me put the MIDI up for the badges, and then the 3 ball stays at 70. On this one, I decided just to keep it at the 3 ball goes up in case I get moved to a hash or something. I can still shoot fairly consistently with it. The next thing we're going to do, we are going to do our physicals. I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but it'll make sense. We are going to go 72 strength. So the reason you go 72 strength is that is your bronze immovable, and then also your bronze brick wall. So if you need to set screens, whether you're in park, whether you're in fives, and then also to get your bronze immovable there. Vertical, we are going to go 83. This will make a little bit more sense once you guys see the defensive stats. I have, if you guys have seen the 6'10 Jonathan Isaac build, slash Modest Buzelis build, depending on what stream you've been in, I do go 83 vertical on my back-end builds. As of right now, I feel like you get the cleanest jumps, the most consistent jumps. That paired with the block will make a little more sense. Agility-wise, we are going to go 84. So this is going to be for once we get even more cap breakers. Currently, this was built based off 12 cap breakers and a build specialization cap breaker that I got afterwards. So it's not ideally optimized for those. I did run the test, and having the 88 speed versus 89 speed and lowering the 3 ball, 1 to get that cap breaker didn't really make a whole lot of a difference. So we are going to go 88 speed. My build specialization cap breaker will go into speed, so we will have 89 speed on the build. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do D-board. So D-board is going to be 85. That gets you your gold box out, and you also have silver rebound. With the vertical, with the rebound, you do get pretty good rebound animations. But again, as I've also told you guys, as the back end, your primary job isn't for the rebound, right? Your primary job is to box out so your center can come out of the corner and get a rebound cleanly. Obviously, if you're playing park, maybe a little bit more difficult to get a rebound as you're going against, the 6'7", 99 rebound, 90 vertical guys. They're going to win that battle, right? But I think this is a good all-around build where you're not spending a ton of rebound, but you can still get rebounds as need be. Now we're going to go to our interior. So the interior is going to go to 77. The reason for this will be our paint patroller badge that we will see here in a little bit. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to put 91 on our perimeter. Yes, I know we need 92 in order to get Gold Challenger, but that is one of the cap breaker spots. So we will have a 92 perimeter going into this with the current cap breakers, and then my goal is eventually with future cap breakers, we will be all the way up to 96 perimeter to get those Hall of Fame badges. Our steel is going to go to 89 because that will get a max +5 to get it to 94 for Hoff Interceptor. As you guys saw in a couple of clips, Hoffento works sometimes it doesn't, obviously. But I think you still get really good full court animations. You get really good lunges. So that is going to go there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our block all the way up to a 93. So I ran a test to see exactly out of these three which one was the most cost effective. And this is about what I came out to. Was steel instead of going 94. It made more sense to get cap breakers here. And then this was the second cheapest one. And then this was the most expensive one. So, I mean, you could even tweak this a little bit. I personally would keep the perimeter. I think that just having to jump a lot more this year, it's a lot less hands-up contest working or registering to begin with. So I think having to jump, and then you also already have Gold Challenger, eventually you'll have Hoff Challenger. I think all of that put together really helps the build, be able to guard 1 through 4 really well. And again, I think you can guard most centers. It's just once you get into the under the basket centers that you're going to have real problems. But other than that, so that's what the main stats were. If you guys are wondering, this will get +5 cap breakers here as well. I will show you guys the actual build itself and where I put cap breakers exactly. But then after this, the last thing I did is I just threw this on free throw because I don't really have much other places to put it. You guys can try for pass act. You're just not going to get enough to get 87. I mean, you could even put it on perimeter or something. It just really depends on exactly where you guys want to put those extra caps that you get. And just the extra stats in general. I did see some people put it on speed with ball to try and get to the... Actually, hold on here. Forgot, if you go here, you can do that there, and then you get 60 speed with ball, and you get 67 free throws. The reason you go 60 speed with ball, as we'll see in the cap breakers, you can put 1 cap breaker on this, and you'll get lightning launch. So for you guys that want to add a little bit more to your ball handle, you can put it there, and then you will, with cap breakers, I'll show you guys the cap breakers on the build I already have made. But I guess let's just go through the initial thing so you guys can see what the build name is, because I know some people do want the build name prioritized. So you get Edge Enforcer, you get shades of Gerald Wallace, Andre Karolinko, and OG Anunoby. Obviously, Andre Karolinko is what the build is made after. As you guys see with the strengths, can guard the best offensive player. Deflections lead to easy steals. Thrives in up-tempo play, which is my specialty. Fearless contesting at the rim because you do have that high-flying denier. And then weaknesses, obviously you don't have ball handle. And for this thing, it says you can't finish at the rim. But as you guys will see, we can finish at the rim because, hold on, it'll load all the way out. Go here. Perfect. All right. So as you guys can also see, the name changed slightly once we do cap breakers. So once you do the 5 cap breakers on your dunk, you will get an option to change the name. I picked to change the name just because I didn't want, a pretty basic name. But here is where my caps are set up. I do have an extra cap breaker because I haven't thrown it on the perimeter yet. I'm going to at some point here. I just like to keep that extra cap breaker, as kind of an option. I also haven't hit level 40 on the season yet. So I will have 2 extra cap breakers. So this will be at 94 once I get that cap breaker. But here's where I put my cap breaker. So I put 1 here to get that Gold Challenger. 5 here for steal. 5 here for dunk. Which gets you 80 dunk, which I think is more than fine. I feel like I've been dunking pretty well. And then my build specialization 1 went here. You could also put the build specialization 1 on free throw if you wanted. I don't care. I shoot 1 free throw every 3 weeks, so I don't really care. So I went speed to max out my speed. My other build specialization 1, I don't know where it's going to end up going. It may go to free throw for as much as I just talked on free throw, but who knows. But yeah, that is the build. I guess I will show, I don't have all of the badge perks, or I do actually have all my badge perks. So this is what it looks like. This is the setup I'm running as of right now. I've been playing a lot more drop coverage lately, so I was kind of testing Legend Paint Patroller. I don't think it works great, but I also just don't really know what else to put here. I mean, I guess I could put box out here maybe, and then I put Paint Patroller here, just because I feel like this is probably the better setup, but hot start, at least working for, the start of the game. I think this is a good setup. If you're running on ball, if you're not running on ball, obviously switch some stuff around. But this Legend High Flying Denier, I feel like works really well. You get pretty good chase downs, you get really good animations. This badge works sometimes when it wants to. This badge, you get pretty good rebounds. Box out, I feel like I was boxing out pretty well. I got wormed a couple of times yesterday, but it was more by those, 99 strength, 99 board, 90 vertical guys. But yeah, challenging, you good contest, as you guys were seeing clips. I was getting blocks from behind on crabs, which I think is a lot to do with this badge, even though it doesn't pop up, and then this badge, due to the vertical and stuff. But yeah, that is the setup for everything here. If you guys have any other questions, let me know and I can explain it. But I think that wraps it up. I appreciate you guys coming through. Catch you in the next one. Peace.